the fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska, USA, and new Ring Magazine, an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Terence Crawford.
The bell rang and Vegas lit up. Two pound-for-pound kings walking straight into history. Canelo Alvarez came out stalking, head movement sharp, ripping those trademark body shots early. You could hear the thud echo through the arena.
You know me say, you beat him easy.
Upset of a lifetime?
Nah, it wasn't an upset. The people that really know boxing knew that it was a good fight. Yeah. It depended on what kind of fight that Bud fought. And he fought the fight that he needed to fight to win.
No, it's boxing, isn't it? It's boxing. It's one of them things. God's got a greater plan.
Do you think it actually could sit up you and Canelo?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't think it'll happen pretty soon, though. I think he'll have a bit of time off and we'll see what happens.
But Terence Crawford didn't flinch. He circled, popped the jab, and snapped counters that made Canelo reset. The tension was unreal. It felt less like round one and more like the final scene of a movie.
Thank you, GOAT, because you are the GOAT of this era. Terence Bud Crawford.
I told you, what did you just watch? I only speak the facts.
Canelo really was trying, couldn't get to him. You know, he looked a bit frustrated, but it was a great fight all around. Both guys looked good.
By round three, the pace exploded. Canelo cut the ring off and pinned Bud to the ropes, letting off a heavy combination that got the crowd on their feet. But seconds later, Crawford slipped, pivoted out, and landed a slick three-punch combo of his own.
Made the difference.
Back in that ring,
The speed, really.
Yeah.
I think it was the main factor. Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Had Canelo nodding like, okay, I see you. The crowd lost their minds. One half cheering for Canelo's power, the other screaming for Crawford's slickness. It was a tug of war with no quit. The middle rounds were chess on fire.
Performance, tremendous night for boxing.
Yeah.
And he had a game plan, he performed, and he deserves all the recognition.
Canelo's a good fighter, man.
Yeah.
But he made the fight look normal, guys.
Yeah.
He made it look normal. Canelo left out of face with a cherry red face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they didn't have him off.
Every time Canelo landed a big hook to the body, Crawford answered with speed upstairs. Both men had their moments. Canelo's power rumbling through the crowd. Crawford's precision making people gasp. You could see the respect building between them in real time.
Start seeing a fighter gradually start decreasing.
Yeah.
You see the other one resting long period of time, but that didn't give him an issue.
Bro,
So
the word the fans are going to use, oh, he was washed, but where's he at in terms of his prime? How can you gauge it?
doesn't matter. We saw a great fight tonight, did we not? That's all that matters. Two guys risked it, and the better man won tonight.
Neither man backed down. It wasn't just skill on display. It was pride, grit, and pure stubbornness. Then came the championship rounds. Exhaustion set in, but pride kept both fighters charging.
It looked like Canelo Alvarez almost wanted to walk off at one point.
Yeah, I mean, he was frustrated, and it is frustrating to try and fight a guy, and you want to fight, but this guy's moving well, and Crawford was moving too.
Canelo pressed forward, shoulders rolling, throwing bombs like it was the last fight of his career. Crawford bit down on the mouthpiece, answering with sharp counters and angles that left fans screaming. Every punch looked like it could change the fight, and every second felt like it might be the moment.
I saw how his body felt about 168. I'm like, man, y'all crazy. They always talking about size.
When the final bell rang, nobody in the arena was sitting. Both men raised their hands. Both looked like warriors who left it all in the ring. And both gave us a fight that fans will argue about for years. The atmosphere was electric. History had just been written.
Happens to Canelo after this? it don't matter. He's made a big statement for not only Mexico or the pride of Mexico, but for all Latinos right there. So he's done a great job for himself, man. Nevertheless, Crawford is on his way, continuing to create greatness.
And everyone knew it. You couldn't script a better finish for a showdown this massive.
A rematch, Devin, or you think it was pretty clean?
Honestly, I know it's a lot of money in the rematch, but I want Bud to retire. He accomplished everything in boxing already, made a lot of money. He go have time, go spend time with his family, and
Now let's hear what the experts think about the Canelo versus Crawford fight results. First up, Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomack McIntyre. And you already know he kept it brutally honest after the fight. You could hear the mix of relief and pride in his voice.
It was a style. It was a style, and he had quick feet. He had a quick right hand too. So, I think the rounds that he won it was just because of that right hand. I never thought he was behind.
Listen, that was exactly the type of battle we expected, he said, leaning in with that coach's intensity. We knew Canelo was going to bring the size, the power, and all that big fight experience. But we also knew Crawford wasn't coming in to play games. There were moments where it got tough. Moments where both guys had to bite down and show hard.
The last 3 rounds, I know I had to, all the instruction was out the window. It was like, come on, man, we got to work a little harder. We got to grind a little harder.
But that's what championship-level boxing is all about. Then he cracked a little grin and added, you saw Crawford making adjustments. You saw Canelo trying to press forward. And you saw the kind of fight people pay good money to watch. This wasn't just about punches, it was about proving who's willing to think, adapt, and grind in those deep rounds.
So I wanted to, I knew he had won some rounds, but I wanted him to put a stamp on it so we wouldn't have no doubt.
What was the game plan?
Just boxing, hoping he'll run into something. And, he ran into a few good shots, but he got a chin on it.
Dimitri Bivol, speaking after the fight, had nothing but respect for both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, praising the high-level skills on display. Man, that was some serious boxing, Bivol said, leaning in as he analyzed the action. Canelo showed why he's considered one of the best. His timing, his power, the way he controls distance, it's scary precise.
It was, it's not interesting to see the fight when one person doesn't want to win at all. But it was hard to fight for Canelo.
But he didn't hold back in complimenting Crawford either. Bud was slick, intelligent, always moving, always reading the fight, the counters, the angles. That's world-class boxing right there. Bivol highlighted how both fighters kept adapting and pushing each other throughout the rounds. This is exactly why fans love boxing. 2 elite athletes, different styles, same intensity, leaving everything in the ring. Fights like this push the limits and set new standards for everyone in the division.
It's hard to fight for Canelo because he was always aiming, and even the skull didn't throw punches, and it's hard to catch him. He's just moving. But his movement is good, to be honest.
Man, Eddie Hearn came out of that Canelo versus Crawford showdown grinning like he just signed the lottery ticket himself. He wasn't shy about it either. This fight was pure theater, he said, the kind of thing you can't script, even if Hollywood tried. According to Hearn, you had Canelo showing that granite composure, stalking and loading those heavy shots, while Crawford looked like a surgeon in there, slicing the gaps with precision. And Eddie, being Eddie, spun it like only he can. Boxing needed this. When 2 pound-for-pound kings clash like that, you don't just get a fight, you get a global moment.
Having never boxed anywhere near that level before, to go in there and be competitive. I know he was well beaten, but other than the flash knockdown, he wasn't really hurt, and he took every shot in the kitchen sink from Canelo Alvarez, kept firing back, showed great boxing IQ, and I think a star is born tonight.
Translation. He's already dreaming of the rematch posters, the pay-per-view numbers, and probably a Netflix docuseries. Classic Hearn, half promoter, half hype machine. But all facts when he said this clash just raised the entire sport. He even hinted that nights like this remind the world why boxing still owns the spotlight when the stakes are real. And you just know Eddie's already pitching venues for part 2 before the sweats even dried in the ring.